Hey, and welcome to the Open Locket. I know the last 2 weeks I did not post anything up because I've been getting a little busy on a few things, so I wanted to make sure I posted something up this week. Today, what I'm going to talk about, I'm going to make it as short as possible because I know my videos have been kind of long. At least I think they're a little long. So I want to try to keep it down to about 5 minutes or so. I realize I like to talk. So, anyways, what I wanted to talk about today was and just some interesting things about the adoption that I did, and I definitely do not regret at all placing my baby up for open adoption. I'm glad I get to kind of see her a little bit and see how she's growing, and so she's going to be turning 2.5 in October. So she's growing, and she's always trying to. I was talking to her mom just recently, and she said that she's always trying to catch up with her brothers, trying to do exactly what they can do. They're bigger than her, so she's like, I can do it too, a little bit. So that's kind of cool. But what I kind of wanted to just really quickly, briefly, if I can, just go over a little bit was stuff about I guess a little bit about my history as far as family goes. And so I've been kind of just wondering why this is. Really, I can't talk. Growing up, I'm an only child. And that doesn't mean I got everything I wanted or anything. My parents always told me they never had the time, they never had the money, they never had all this stuff. My mom's a teacher, so she's always tired. I didn't really get the spoiledness that people think that all only children get. But just to set that straight. But I don't know if I really liked being an only child so much. I mean, there were definitely some pros about it. But there were some cons with it too, of course, just like there is having siblings or not. And my mom, where I've grown up in life, I'm in California, and my mom was raised in California. My father, on the other hand, was raised in Michigan. And and he was the youngest brother out of 7 sisters and 1 brother. I have a very large family. My mom has 3 brothers. And there's only 1 other brother now that's in California, but they're like 2 hours away from us. And but everyone else is kind of scattered. One's I think they're in South Carolina. The other one's in, oh my gosh, I can't think of what state it is, but it's kind of in the middle. I think it's Colorado. Um, and yeah, so that's as far as family goes. And so being an only child, not having family around really it's kind of hard. It's kind of difficult. Because I see other people, they're like, oh, that's my sister, that's my cousin, that's my who, and they can kind of like catch up and hang out and talk, and they're gonna be friends and everything, and I'm just like, didn't really get that. So I just, believe it or not, growing up, I remember being in high school, and I was always the early kid at school, and before school started, I was talking with another girlfriend of mine, and we were talking. And all of a sudden this other girl comes up, and she kind of asks the other girl a question or something, and then kind of runs off, and she just says, oh yeah, that's my cousin. And immediately what went right through my brain was I thought, isn't family supposed to live far away? I guess technically I believed that just till that second of my life where I immediately, when I asked myself that question, I was like, no, they could be your next door neighbor who said they had to live far away. But to me, that's what family was. They are people that live far, far away. And I grew up with that my entire life, thinking that way until that moment in high school. It's really funny, but I mean, that's how I grew up, and I never really realized other people having, cousins and aunts or whatever being around. And so what made it hard was the reason I brought that up was because when I put my baby up for adoption, when I was looking at the parents, before I chose the parents, they had told the attorney, and she told me, that that they were planning on moving to Oklahoma. And that's what kind of kept me, I thought, deciding whether or not I really want to give my baby to them, because that means I probably won't get to really see her ever, or very rarely will I. But I think God just kind of placed it on my heart and said, yeah, that's where she's supposed to go. And I'll tell you another story as to why that is, but I'm not going to tell you now. But it was a pretty solid fact that they were the parents. So I just kind of ask the question sometimes, why is it that all my family disappears on me? Even my baby. They were going to just be just a few cities over, where it would give me just enough space if I needed it, but then yet I could actually see her if I wanted, or whatever. And it wouldn't cost any more money than some gas, to go and see her. No, now I got to go take a plane trip or something, which can cost hundreds. And I don't really know why. It seems like family is supposed to live far, far away from me. And I have a really hard time with that. Because, to be honest, I don't really have much of a family in my life. And it's just kind of hard. So, anyways, that's just been kind of what's been going on through my mind a little bit. And I know this might be too early for me to talk about things like this, since this is still kind of a new channel, but I just wanted to kind of say it because I just feel like that's one thing that's been going through my mind, and I don't really know why it's that way. So anyways, I just want to say thank you again for watching the Open Locket, or visiting the Open Locket, and I just hope you have a good one, and I hope to be able to make another video next week. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but hopefully it'll be a little bit more cheerful. So thanks so much, and have a good one.